Good morning, Key Stage 2. I'm here with your Science Week video for today. So I have made a PowerPoint because I thought that would be easier for us all. So let's go from the beginning. So today you are going to be designing a classroom for the future. So our theme for the week, as you know, is innovating for the future. So just to remind us, an innovation is a new idea, method, or way of doing something. So you guys are going to reinvent the classroom and make it more functional and more exciting. So everything I'm going to say is on the PDF for the day. So visualizing classrooms for the future. So basically I've just copied and pasted it so we could talk through it a little bit. So you guys definitely understand what you are doing. So your task, you are the previous supervisor on a new film, a documentary called Lockdown Learning, Schools for the Future. Your job is to storyboard 3 filming locations that tell a story about the changes in learning and teaching in your community. Just so you guys know, a previous supervisor worked in the visual effects side of filmmaking. Following the film director's vision and style, they plan and develop the look and feel of a film by creating 3D models and virtual storyboards. So it's basically the set. So you can see some films here and the visual effects look amazing. Okay, so for the first bit of your storyboard, I want you to think about what classrooms might have looked like in the past. So you could ask your grandparents or older people in your community about what classrooms were like when they were kids, because I bet you'll find that they have changed quite a lot. So draw a picture to show what teaching and learning was like in the past. You might want to draw a close-up of an object or a wider shot of a whole classroom. So as you can see here, all these children are kind of sat in rows or facing the front. They don't look quite as inviting as our classrooms. And even when I was at school, children, and I'm only 25, so I'm really not that old, I remember like the first classroom in our school that had a smart board. And before that, it was just normal whiteboards and these things called overhead projectors, which kind of projected just one thing on a screen. Okay, so what I want you to do now is go off and draw a classroom from the past and then come back to the video. Okay, now you have drawn your classroom from the past. I want you to draw a picture based on your experience of lockdown learning. So this is going to be different for all of you. So think of objects or places that could represent what it's like to learn at home. So I've got Teams, because obviously we do our Teams story once a week. I've got YouTube, because you've been watching YouTube videos that your lovely teachers have done for you. And then perhaps your parents have helped you, perhaps you've been at school. So that will be different for everyone. I'm interested to see what you come up with. So pause the video now, children, and draw your lockdown learning environment. Okay, welcome back. Now this is the bit I am most excited about. So you guys are going to get creative and draw a picture of how you imagine teaching and learning might look in the future. So label your images with any instructions a director might need to turn your pictures into a film. So present your pictures to each other and explain the story behind each image. So you might want to show that to your parent at home. You might want to show it to your brothers and sisters or someone else that you live with. Okay, so here you can see I've got a lovely teacher robot doing some very complicated looking maths calculations. Next, we've got all the children sat around on computers. Then we've got some very funky looking chairs, which I would quite like in my classroom. Okay, so pause the video now and design your classroom for the future. Lovely. Okay, welcome back. So if you guys are at home, which many of you are, you may wish to create a film showing your 3 images that includes a voiceover of you explaining the story each image tells. Yeah, so I bet your teachers would love to see that if you do manage to come up with that. Okay, so once you are done, do send in your images to your teachers because we would love to see them. Okay, we will see you again for your next Science Week activity very soon. Bye everyone!